A few months ago, I went over a Wii Shop Channel revival that I thought was pretty interesting. I mean, the idea of bringing back an old shop on the system itself is kind of cool, at least for nostalgia's sake, to sort of revisit something that Nintendo themselves shut down years and years ago. Well, unfortunately, that revival didn't work out, and that actually seems to be pretty common at this point looking over it. But to my understanding, it didn't necessarily have anything to do with Nintendo shutting it down. It was more just behind the scenes, back and forth arguing and stuff, and then that was kind of it for it. However, there seems to be no shortage necessarily of Wii Shop revivals, as several others have popped up, and I wanted to take a look at one in particular today that apparently is pretty good. It's called Weart, and it allows you to start up the Wii Shop Channel once again on your Wii and try it out and, I guess, download some stuff. I just went ahead and installed it, which it actually wasn't too bad. You download a couple of the WAD files on their site that they have posted, and then you install both of them on your homebrew setup Wii. So you won't need a modded Wii, which it's pretty straightforward now, and most people do it because the system is just legacy at this point, so why not? But once you have that set up, you legitimately open the storefront right there on your Wii, and you're off and running. So I got it set up over here. Let's plug in the Elgato and see what we get. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, and let me know some of your fondest memories from back in the day with the Wii Shop Channel. All right, here we are. It's actually been a long time since I've even seen the Wii Shop Channel working, and even so, this is Weart. I mean, it's trying to still look similar, right? Still kind of pull the same idea. They even have catalog updates, important info here, and then just a quick look at some of the categories with recommended titles, Pokemon, a bit retro, digital only. It's been so long though, hasn't it? At least for me. I'm sure many people, since it shut down what feels like forever ago. I mean, another lifetime ago at this point. But this is one of at least the attempts to bring it back. And it is sort of funny that people just do not want to let this the Wii Shop go. And I think a lot of it, of course, being nostalgia driven. This is the page here that I remember the most. We have little Wii points at the bottom here, and then they split it up: Virtual Console, WiiWare, Wii Channels. Yeah, you could go on here and do channels and stuff that way. I'm curious how this works exactly. So from what I saw, to my understanding, I think everything is just there to download, I believe. So let's check out. Let me check out Virtual Console real quick. I mean, yeah, so they have a Commodore 64, Commodore Gaming, just 0 Wii points. California games. There's a lot of Commodore here, although it is, oh man, it's 51 pages. I might have to go back and go through categories or something to get a look at them. I don't know if they're really in any type of order, although these are like 800 points now, 900 points. I gotta see what happens if you pick those. I didn't even go to add. Let's see what happens if I add Wii points. There it is. Please select the credit card type you would like to use to buy Wii points. Do not enter your credit card information. Wii points don't cost money. Yes, they just give you Wii points. That's interesting. Okay, there you go. I have 5,000 points now. So yeah, I guess some. I don't know. Do they have to figure out how to, I guess, get them to go through the processing part? I'm not sure. But either way, whatever. you get points. So here's all that. These are the Wii. This is WiiWare, and this is the thing I'd be most interested in, because WiiWare in general was interesting at the time, where they would just have like these different titles that would just exist specifically on the Wii, and some of them were pretty cool. Although I feel like I don't have the history with WiiWare as I did with just the Virtual Console, since I mean most of us remember just the Virtual Console in general, which is really impressive. Now I wanted to really try to get some of this on video, because you know what I've realized? We're getting to a point now where so many generations have passed since the 360, PS3, and Wii era, that there really is no, I guess, memory for the newer generation that comes up with this kind of thing, right? So, like, you have to legitimately go back and just seek out videos from 2010 or something to see where we were exactly with some of this stuff. It's the newest editions. I mean, this is a general idea, of course, as to how it looked. It's not exact, but it's like we didn't have debug up here or anything. But you know, it's pretty close. Let me look at Wii Channels. What do they have up for this? You know, it is actually kind of nice to be able to... Oh, the save data update channel. Oh, I forgot about that for Skyward Sword. Internet channel, Everybody Votes. Awesome channel, by the way. Everybody Votes. Need to bring that back. They really have, like, all the channels from back then. Netflix, but that was after they used to send you a disc for the Wii, and then they eventually, I think, made the little app you could download. You transfer Amazon Instant Video. I don't remember that. Oh, look, they even have the homebrew channel already on there for you. So you would need a homebrew-enabled system for this. Again, it was pretty straightforward to get this done. Let's see Virtual Console. So, yeah, category. System. And we can just look at all the systems they had available here, which, there we go. Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I mean, like I said, there's a reason people look back on the Virtual Console specifically with really fond memories. This was kind of mind-blowing back then, okay? So when they stood up on stage and said, hey, the revolution that's now called the Wii will be able to play all these older systems, it was incredible. Now, we had emulation back then, of course, on PC and stuff, but it was, this was such a push for backwards compatibility, or you could say quote-unquote preservation at the time, that was like mind-blowing for a lot of us. I mean, think about it, the PS3, while we got PS1 games and stuff, or you could play backwards compatible PS2, it wasn't until much later that we started to hear about them having like digital availability and stuff for some of that, as they were working to build up their storefront. I just remember going on here and being blown away by I went to Super Nintendo, but the N64 section was insane back then. Super Mario World, F-Zero. I'll at least pick up a couple of these and we'll download them. I kind of want to see if they still have the animation. Back then you had the animation where Mario would run across and he would hit the question mark block. Super Castlevania 4, look at that. And coins, of course, would come out until it was done downloading, which was really cool. Harvest. Ooh, Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Harvest Moon. I just want to see. I guess though this would add it then to your main screen as well without any issue. Final Fantasy 2. Oh gosh. Let's take a look. Good old Final Fantasy 2. Compatible controllers. Yeah, okay, let's download it. Let's see what happens here. Put it on the SD card. I am going through Wi-Fi, so this'll... Yeah, I got plenty of blocks there. We'll see how this does exactly. I mean, it's navigated pretty well. I did that one Wii Shop like replacement that was pretty buggy and it took forever to load and didn't even work half the time or most of the time. This has been pretty responsive, all things considered. All right, there it is. Yep. So we have the little... Oh, he's got a star. I don't remember this one. I just remember just Mario just running across and hitting it occasionally and eventually... Okay, there we go. This is... I mean, it was just, again, Nintendo being Nintendo. I don't think it was exactly this, but it was still the idea of, rather than show you just a standard bar, we'll have Mario run across and hit the question mark blocks. There we go. Yep, it's finishing up. And that's it. It is downloaded. Look at that. So we'll go... Oh. What happened? Okay. I will go back and... I do want to grab an N64 game as well. System. Neo Geo. Wow, there were 54 Neo Geo. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta go in here. There were 54 Neo Geo titles? Wow. I was less familiar, obviously. I'm sure many of us were with Neo Geo. I mean, that was such an expensive system. So I guess technically it's showing up here. 900 Wii points. It was probably a steal back then. For a lot of people. Fatal Fury 2. Yeah, I mean, it loads pretty well. This is, again, Weart. It's up and available right now. I looked into this. I've been following this for a while. And I wasn't sure if the last one that came up and then went down, because the Wii Shop replacements go up and down all the time. And from what I've gathered, it's more about the behind the scenes going on, where like there's some strange back and forth or arguments over this stuff, and that's what ends up tanking these marketplace replacement things. It's not actually Nintendo coming in and is like, shut it down. So after I looked into this a bit more, seen that it's been around for a while, I was like, we'll discuss this a bit, because it's kind of cool to get it on camera. It's kind of fun to sort of remember that, wow, there's 258 blocks. That'll be a little longer than that Final Fantasy 2 game. But it's fun to see it, right, in action again in 2025, or like, again, 20-year anniversary next year, by the way. 2006 to 2026 for the Wii. That's hard to believe. I remember waiting outside. This is what I remember. Was Mario just running across collecting coins back then. There were bullet bills and like with the star power running past. I remember waiting outside Walmart for midnight release for the Wii. It was like within a couple days within proximity of the PS3. So we'd go in Walmart and warm up by playing the PS3 in the electronics section while we were in line waiting. Like they'd let you, okay, I'm going to save my spot here. I'll go inside and warm up for a bit because we had friends there. And we were playing Motor Storm on the PS3 while waiting for the Wii to come out. And, you know, you go through the whole thing at midnight. You get Twilight Princess, Wii Sports already in the box, go home. It was such a different experience back then with the Wii Remote. And I will say, navigating here versus the eShop now on the Switch, this is significantly better. This probably is faster. Maybe not the download part, but like the experience might be faster at this rate. Okay, we're good to go. King of Fighters on there now. I'll get an N6. We'll check the N64 section here as well. Let's go over to that. So we got a Super Nintendo, a Neo Geo, and let's grab that N64 game. Tom and Jerry and Fists of Fury. Oh, I gotta download that one. I still have 2,300 Wii points I can spend. Let's see. I feel like they'd be under popular titles. So I remember there was a Castlevania game that was pretty popular that I remember having on here. You would go to the store and you'd buy a points card. It came in like increments of 2,000 and I think 5,000 back then on the store shelf. Let's see. I guess I can go by publisher. It'd be Konami. Well, I wonder if I just put Castle. Hey, you know what? We'll see if the search function works here. How about that? Let's see what it finds. Oh yeah, there it is. Adventure Rebirth. All right, cool. Let's grab this SD card. And let's see if Fast comes up with anything. Although that's pretty wide-ranging term there. Let's see. Oh, nope, there's Fast Racing League. Cool. See, Shinnin, look at that. There we go. Also, I just checked in the settings. Apparently, you can turn off the debug by hitting OG mode. Change the title back to Wii Shop Channel for Wii Mart. Replaces checking, registering, and all that stuff. Moves debug from the top left. So this is going to... I feel like just turn it completely into the Wii Shop Channel then. Yeah, so now it's just the Wii Shop Channel. Like, they dressed it up as much as they can to be back to the original experience. So there you go. If you want, I guess, this as close as you can get, you want to enable that. So here's the main menu I have. Of course, I put these games on my SD card, so I'll go here. Loading from SD card, and yeah, there we go. King of Fighters, Final Fantasy II, Tom and Jerry, Castlevania Rebirth. I kind of want to check Fast Racing League real quick. Let's fire this up. Yeah, it's working fine. So this is cool. Shinnin again has they have a new game coming out for the Switch too. That's definitely worth checking out. This is back in the day where you'd have to turn it sideways. So like now you have to use it like a steering wheel. But even here, I mean, it's so funny how Shinnin just has continued sort of the trend, of course, of doing these kind of racing games. But man, they are really good at making these games look good visually and run really well on the hardware that they show up on. This game is still fun, of course. It's got that F-Zero feel to it. Maybe not as fast as F-Zero, but it's still pretty fun. We got a white phase. So you jump between different phases to take advantage of the different like pads that they have here. There you go. I qualified. Well, I guess that's going to do it here for a look at Wii Mart, the Wii Shop Revival. Really, really cool stuff. And I guess hopefully it continues to catch on, as it seems like they have been updating it pretty recently. With the last one was on, what, the 21st of May? So... hey, it's pretty easy to set up, as I mentioned. You can check it out for yourself, and at least, if nothing else, it's a good way to be able to at least check out WiiWare, which is something now that after Nintendo shut it down, is really not accessible easily. You have to go to a bunch of websites that hopefully deliver the right thing, is what it feels like now. Sometimes kind of sketchy. But either way, still a fun stroll down memory lane, I'd say, here with the Wii Shop Channel. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.